Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El. First off, I'm just going to say we're going to be definitely reviewing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. As you guys requested it, I went ahead and got it. And it will be playable on Friday. So on Thursday night at 12 o'clock, again, I got, just like I did with Bayonetta, I have work the next day at about 5 o'clock. And always they seem to come out on the weekday purposely when I'm working. So I'm going to do the review for you at 12 o'clock. I'm going to edit it and then release it. So definitely look into that. Before you purchase it, as always, I'm going to do the full-on review. So if it sucks, I let you guys know firsthand. And then you guys will be saved and not have to buy this game and save it for something else. So that being said, definitely tune in for that. But today we're going to be talking about Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Nintendo Wii U. And we're going to be talking about Konami Castlevania, you know, whether or not, you know, what's the dealie here with the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Okay, so first let's go with the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now, obviously, as I told you guys before, a lot of people from the Nintendo Wii U, due to the remakes, they don't feel like jumping over to the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, if portability is not a factor, what the hell is the point of getting the Nintendo Switch other than getting Odyssey, Mario Odyssey? Everything else is pretty much on it already. So there's no real point of getting it. So what did Nintendo do right now? They took it out of the eShop. They did such a skeevy thing. Like, instead of just coming out with new games, okay, they went in and pretty much pulled it out of the Nintendo Wii U after it already came out for the Wii U. That's like pulling out Breath of the Wild after coming out with Breath of the Wild. I always said it was a stupid move that they did that in the first place, where they came out with Breath of the Wild and released it on the Wii U, even though I'm a Wii U owner. I was a Wii U owner. And I love my Wii U, and I think that it was really cool to show that, hey, we're not abandoning you guys yet. We're still going to give you some of the games. But then again, they became idiots and took it out. They took the game out. So, they're basically saying, well, guys, we want you to jump over to the Nintendo Switch. And to make sure you do that, boom, let's take that out of the eShop. Plus, the way they're marketing, as I told you, it's very, very cheesy, very shady. How they're re-releasing these remakes, and then they're charging, they're marketing it like a new game. Like, even you see the way they're talking about it right now, they're releasing videos on the Nintendo Switch channel. You guys could see they're introducing, Dixie Kong, Diddy Kong, and Donkey Kong like it's a brand new game, and it's not a brand new game. It's been out for the Nintendo Wii U, and now it's a remake. And I hate when they do that. Instead of releasing a different version, they release a remake, which is fine. But what I hate is how they're marketing it like a new game. I didn't personally want to buy this game. I played it on the Nintendo Wii U, a little bit. I wanted to play it more, obviously, so I did, maybe there is some benefit of getting this game in the first place. But the thing is, I didn't really want to buy it till it probably went down in price. You guys, requested it by a large number, wanted to see it, because a lot of you guys don't have the Wii U, so that's what I kind of like, because the Wii U kind of flunked. So, a lot of the games will come out for the Nintendo Switch, because a lot of people didn't get the chance to play it on the Wii U, and I totally get that. So, because of that, they released that. But again, to market it as like a new game and pay $60 for it, it's just weird. I don't know. I just think it's just really shady, especially when they're pulling it out. They're saying, well, here we go, Wii U owners. And if I was just a Wii U owner and not a Nintendo Switch owner, if portability wasn't a factor, I purposely, out of principle, would not get a Nintendo Switch just because of that move right there. I think it's very, very cheesy what they did. You're coming out with it for the public and you have it released on the Wii U. Now, I do understand possibly why they did it. Right now, a lot of people have the Nintendo Wii U's emulator, and it operates better than the Wii U, and it actually looks better than the Nintendo Switch, like Zelda Breath of the Wild, when you're playing it on tip-top resolution on 4K, and we only have on the Nintendo Switch a regular HD. And obviously, people will be able to play that game for free on the emulator, and I'm sure you guys could probably find the ROM for that and skip the Nintendo Switch altogether on that respect. So I do get it why they probably released that, because they wanted to re-release it. But please, why are you going to market it like it's a new game when it's obviously not? You could play as Funky Kong. Whoop-de-frickety-doo. It's not a new game. It's an old game and should be marketed as an old game for $30 or $40. Again, I don't understand why they do this. It's kind of shady. I do like that they come out with remakes, but to charge $60 for it is highway robbery. That's what I think. That's all I'm going to say about that. But to pull it out of the Nintendo Wii U's eShop is ridiculous. I see they're trying to protect themselves, and that's fine. But if you already released it, let that be the final hurrah for the people of Wii U. And with goodwill, people will eventually jump over to the Switch when they see a new Donkey Kong game or a new Zelda Breath of the Wild, but Zelda game. So when they see no remakes like of Bayonetta 1 and 2, and instead they have a Bayonetta 3, people on the Nintendo Wii U would be like, wow, I gotta upgrade to this Nintendo Switch because it's really awesome. But when you start to take out the old games out of the Nintendo Switch, out of the Nintendo Wii U store, the eShop, and then market it like a brand new game on the Wii on the Switch, is kind of cheesy. And I know you have your reasons because of emulation and all of that, but you kind of screwed over your customers to begin with when the Wii U was kind of abandoned. So the least you guys could do is have those games out and then work on newer games for the Nintendo Switch and then entice people to come over. That is very shady of you, Nintendo, as I always said that in the past of any company that did stupid things like that. Like even the PlayStation Vita, when they started pulling out things from the PSP store and eventually obviously discontinuing it. But they started pulling out games out of the shelves and not producing more games even in Japan, purposely so people will jump over to the Vita. That was very cheesy, and I called them out on that. And this is extremely cheesy on Nintendo's end. That's all I got to say about that. Now we're talking about Konami. Really pissed off about Konami. Everybody is waiting for a Castlevania game. Now, obviously, I love Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. I do love Lord of Shadows. I do love the 3D games when they went into the 3D world. Not anywhere near the storyline. Not anywhere near the awesomeness of the 2D versions. Especially when they went on the Nintendo 64 with a 3D version of it, which was an epic fail. And then they later on come out with Lord of Shadows, which I kind of liked, I kind of dug. But again, didn't feel like a Castlevania game at all. Castlevania to me was 1, 2, and 3, and I was really hoping that they would come out with that game for the Nintendo Switch. But guess what Konami did instead? Released it for the iOS, for the telephone. What the hell are you thinking, Konami? Right now is the time to jump over on the Nintendo Switch and start making Castlevania games for the Nintendo Switch. I think that would be epic. I think that would be so cool. And the fact that you guys don't do that is freaking lame. And right now they're coming out with Bloodstained, and they're coming out with Slain. Slain is already out, but Bloodstained's coming out, which is by the maker of Castlevania, one of the Castlevania games. And eventually these remakes, these new games are going to outdo you, and no one's going to give a damn about your new Castlevania game whenever the hell you release it. But Konami, when you do, please don't make it 3D. Make it 2D and make it beautiful backgrounds. Make it so polished. Make it beautiful. But for you guys to come out and release it on the frickin' iOS, what the hell are you guys thinking about? I mean, seriously. I mean, let me just decline this. Ugh. What are you guys thinking about? I just don't get it. It really ticks me off that you guys did that, and I'm looking forward to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I am really looking forward to that game. I'm hoping they release it ASAP. I know in 2015 they spoke about it, and they kept pushing it back, and I don't even know if this is going to end up coming out for the Nintendo Switch, but at $20, $30, I would get that easy over any of the Castlevania games of the 3D world. So, I mean, Konami, get your act together and see who your real fans are. They're on the Nintendo, consoles. They're on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, but PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Release a game for that. Make a new Castlevania game. All of your fans are demanding this on forums for years already. and you guys are not listening, and then you come out and say, oh, this new game's coming out, getting everybody's hopes up, and everybody spreads rumor, oh, it's coming out on the Switch. Yeah, well, we yet to see it. I don't believe it until I see it. And this is what happens. You release it on an iOS, which I think is extremely stupid. And if you're going to do what Sega is doing, where you're saying you want to see, before you release Dreamcast games, you want to see how the regular few games on the Sega platform is going to sell, that's ridiculous, because you can't judge those games by that. But don't do that and judge your sales based on iOS before you decide to go full thing on the Nintendo Switch. So all I gotta say is, even though there's rumors floating around everywhere, oh, Castlevania is coming out, I'll believe it when I see it. But for you guys to release it on an iOS when, you know, already there's going to be so many remakes and, you know, like Bloodstained. I can't wait to play Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I can't wait. I saw the demo and I'm in love with that game. I would really love it. I'd like to see it a little quicker. It does look a little slow to me. Slain is an amazing game that you can play right now, Back from Hell. That's a great game. Kind of feels that Castlevania feel. But I would love to see a well-polished Castlevania game. Even if it's a remake of 1, 2, and 3, but well-polished and look really nice, like some of these fan games did. That would be incredible. But to see a new game with a new story, just amazing. And please, please, Konami, bring that game straight up to the Nintendo Switch. I think all of your fans would love that. And guys, definitely comment below, as their marketing research teams always look at videos, always look at forums, always look at that. So be vocal, not just on this video, but on every other video. We want another Castlevania game. Make sure you're vocal about it so they can see that there is a market for it. And eventually, hopefully, they will release it. Again, there's still rumors of it coming to the Nintendo Switch. But I don't personally believe it will until I see it with my own eyes. The fact that they released it for iOS, I think, is ridiculously stupid. And I don't care who is an Apple fanboy out there. It is dumb. I think you could agree with me, too. To play it on a freaking touchscreen is stupid as hell. Okay? To actually play it, you know, to play it in on a console, anyone, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch would be much more beneficial. That's all I gotta say. I would love to see even like motion control if they do that. Or make it like Sonic and Mario, where you have 2D and then go into 3D. You know, that back and forth crap. But, you know, like you can wave your controller and use the whip. That would be freaking cool. But I would love to see mostly a 2D game. Sort of like Sonic, how it's mostly 2D and then it goes into 3D and then 2D. It's just nice that way. I don't know. I would prefer it to be 2D over 3D. But if you can mix it, that would be so cool also. That's all I got to say about that. Please, down below, as always, I am self-funded here. So the only way you guys can help me out is by liking the video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more videos will come out. Definitely, I will, the second that Castlevania game, if and when it comes out, I will be ordering that and doing a full-on review. Definitely stay tuned on Friday. I'm going to be releasing Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze. I'm going to do a full-on review for you guys and tell you, because I played it on both systems. I'll tell you what's the difference. I'll tell you everything about it, and I'll show it to you firsthand so you guys can be the judge of that. Anyways, have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.